What is good, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This is a video all about a lovely little champion which has recently been, I say recently been, it's pretty much been a while since Venom was looked at, October 2018. So yeah, it's been a little while, and I have actually ranked up the champion, and I want to kind of talk about how much of an improvement this has been, as well as why I decided that this is going to be ranked up further. But just to give myself a little bit of a plug-a-rooney, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button and also putting on post notifications, so when my videos, including the Marvel Contest of Champions news, pops up, you get to see it first. But we don't just want to talk about that, we want to talk about Venom. Yes, that's the character of today. But I don't just want to talk to you about my channel, I want to talk to you about Venom today. Loving this champion at the moment. Now that I've got a bit more time on my hands, I've got a chance to kind of get my hold on champions and kind of test them about and see whether or not their damage output is better than I thought first expected, give them a bit more time to experiment with things. So yeah, loads of signature stones are currently on at the moment. Personal hope is that I get him at a 5-star because I've got a Cosmic Awakening gem, and then I can hopefully put on some signature stones. Even though I've reserved a load because I was going to be putting them on Medusa, now comes a point where I'm like thinking maybe I should wait a little bit longer, accumulate a load of signature stones, and then put them on a champion of choice. Either way, Venom is who we're going to talk about. Let's delve into the video. Let's kick things off with introducing you properly to Venom. So Venom is a symbiote, and the symbiotes are part of a Clintar race. And the whole kind of concept of the race is that they are asexual and able to reproduce themselves by themselves without needing a female to male. It's kind of an odd story for those that don't really understand, but for those that understand, yeah, they get it. I think like snails and slugs are kind of like that. How Venom came to be? Well, that's a long ass story, but we'll try and do the best we can to explain it. So as we know, there's a planet called Clintar. On Clintar, the symbiotes do reign supreme, no pun intended, but they fuse with different types of alien races on that planet. It's referred to as the Cage Planet. The symbiotes were used and kind of weaponized. The explanation with how Venom came to be is a little bit long. There's a lot of bits of information which have been changed over time with comic book history changing, story arcs, and new kind of ideas behind stuff. It's hard to get a real handle on what's the correct story, but we'll have a good go with this. So there's a planet called Clintar. On Clintar, there are symbiotes. Symbiotes bond with hosts, and they were used in the Skrull-Kree War, and they were weaponized for the point of view of obviously trying to get one up on the other. The Venom symbiote attached itself to one specific soldier, but at a certain point in time, Venom came off of there and decided to go to Earth, or went to Earth. The most notable person, as well as where Marvel Contest of Champions centers the bio, is Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock is somebody that built up a really strong success around journalism, only to fall on hard times. So much so that he lost everything. And his hatred for a character like Spider-Man, even to a point that he was writing really sensationalist articles about the particular web slinger, decided like, okay, enough's enough, I need to repent. So he goes to a church. At that church, a discarded symbiote style Spider-Man outfit was there and bonded with him. And obviously with all this hatred inside, it was perfect for Venom to hone in on this and create a real monster. So what really sold it for this champion for me to put him up further? Well, it's all based on the mutations, the buffs. Those are the things that are pretty darn cool. And at times, like building up loads of buffs to like be about damage output, reducing damage, there's a real smorgasbord of different buffs that are going to be beneficial for you. So you're taking less damage and outputting more damage at the same time. This champion is solely a attack-based champion. You wouldn't find him being put in Alliance Wars defense. I haven't seen it, I haven't come across it. Doesn't mean to say that you shouldn't see it in any kind of future placement, but you just don't know. Kabam could change something in the next couple of months, new season, new types of nodes for different placements. So it just does mix it up. But at the same time, I haven't seen it, but from an attacking point of view, I'd use this champion. The champion is stocked when it comes to synergies. All things are playing out in the favour of the champion. Whether or not it's all about improving attack and health, it's improving the memory buffs, and also things with regards to general health improvements, critical rating, as well as attack, blah 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 blah. List goes on. All beneficial effects for this champion. And if you even have like 5 of the Spider-Man related villains or Spider-Man related characters themselves, except for Stark Enhanced Spidey, that's a red herring. The fact is, all of those champions are really darn good and beneficial for this champion. There's going to be a case that you wouldn't go, oh right, so I'm going to put Venom in. There's a load of other characters in the Spider-Verse or Sinister Six that I can rely on. Yeah, Vulture isn't a great champion. Green Goblin isn't a great champion. Venom's amazing champion. Carnage with Venom, yes, I can see that. 2 lead champions that are good. A standard symbiote Spidey, yes, so maybe 3 champions, tell a lie. And a 4th one being Agent Venom, yes, and a standard Spider-Man. Those are probably the 5 champions if I was going out questing that I'd probably put together. But it wouldn't be a champion selection of choice. But what I like is stacking up these bad boys here. And some of the footage I'm going to be playing over the top of this, I will just be showing you. So I'll be fighting off against Winter Soldier. I'm not going to pair him off against a Labyrinth of Legends Red Hulk, but that may be something I would do with a 5-star version, especially if I had an Awakening and as well maybe a few more signature stones than normal. Not that it really makes much difference, it's all about the potency that I'm looking for. But you do get to start the fight with some, you know, more chance of getting the buffs. So yeah, okay, there could be some value there. But one thing that's really cool and why this champion is so popular at the moment is its usage in stuff like Labyrinth of Legends. They always say if you're going up to do the path where you go against the science version of Spider-Man, then you've got to take this bad boy in. Because at the end of the day, Spider-Verse here is all attacks, ignore passive evade effects. Fantastic. That's what you need, because you just don't want to go up against Spider-Man and he's constantly going, woo, 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 woo. You're just like constantly going away from you. You want to be able to smack the guy down. Don't know what I was doing then, but I was mimicking an evade. Should loads of evades pop up then. And to a lesser degree, Tech Champion's Power Burn and Power Drain immunity, which if you're going up against a Red Skull and you know you hit that block, that can be annoying. So it's kind of cool to be able to go up against a champion that isn't going to be too much of an issue. Although, are you likely to go up against a Red Hulk anytime soon? Or Red Skull even? Then, I don't know. I don't think you'd see him in Alliance Wars Defense that often. So I've certainly not seen him. I think people just put them in for diversity. Would you have a champion like this on? Usage maybe, if you then assign the paths as going a Red Skull and then going over to a Spider-Man if both those champions were there. So yeah, some value to being Alliance Wars. Well, definitely an offensive and attacking champion, but a defensive for this guy, for Venom, man, I don't see it. And a word of advice: if you've got loads of buffs and you've got close to an L3, do an L3. It basically means it's going to increase your damage. But I don't think players will opt for that. I think it's all about utilising the L2, but also SP1 if you want to steal some buffs. The same way that we've got Mr. Loki. Loki steals buffs, kind of similar to that. And at the same time, that does allow you to regenerate, which is cool. I like that aspect because, you know, not a lot of champions regenerate. And it's cool to see Venom getting that as well. SP2 seems to be mine of choice. I do like using that, especially because of, well, damage outputting. It's pretty cool. I like the motion of it. The animation's all right. Yeah, love that SP2. In short, I thoroughly enjoy Venom. I think that they've dramatically reworked him to a degree where he is going to be a favourite of the community. Do I see him in the way that the meta is changing in 2019 being a go-to champion? Possibly at a 6-star. If it's there, then yes. But as a 5-star, yes, definitely. A 565 contender for sure. So I'd like to see like that. I might have to kind of take a look to see if there is a 565 version about and see how it kind of like works. Is it quite strong? But definitely a strong rank for 55. Don't know if it's going to be overly a Labyrinth of Legends contender, but it is like, I say that, but then obviously Spider-Man usage against that, definitely. This is one of the reasons why I'd love to see a 5-star just to go up against that Spider-Man with this bad boy here. So that's been a video all about Venom. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. What is your thoughts on Venom? Do you like his little kind of comic book origin and the way that he kind of started off? Do you like him in game? Do you think you won't be ranking him up? What are your thoughts on this champion? Let me know in the comment section below. I've been RichTheMan. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye. for now.